Welcome back to youtube.com/Megadads. Elliot and I, for the last couple of days, have been playing a ton of PSVR2. We've downloaded a bunch of games, we've played a bunch of games, and we'd like to take a moment to tell you what we think are some of the best ones right out of the gate. First game we're going to talk about is Horizon Call
of the Mountain.
Call of the Mountain. Now, Horizon is one of our favorite franchises from PlayStation, bar none, so we were very, very excited about this game. Elliot has been playing a ton of it. I've played it a few times, but honestly, it's a lot of fun.
I played it more than like half of it. He's played like a quarter of it. Like, you really feel like you're climbing. You really feel like you're stabbing. You really feel like you're shooting. It's so cool.
And it has a lot of it has a lot of the mechanics from the traditional Horizon games. So there's a lot of the same stuff in there. Shooting the machine parts off. It's not just shooting the robots. It's about shooting their components off so that they're not quite as effective in combat against you. What do you think of this game? Is this everything you were hoping it would be?
I was hoping it would be longer, but this is what I thought it would be.
Well, yeah, we're not quite finished with it yet. We will have an official review next week for this game because I'm sure we're going to finish this up in the next couple of days.
No, we're going to finish it tonight.
The campaign of Horizon Call of the Mountain, I believe, is about 6 to 8 hours, and we're almost there. We're almost at that benchmark. But what I think is so cool about this game is it's kind of lean. It's kind of lean and quick. So I think the replayability would be, very high. When you play a game like Horizon Forbidden West, that's like a 40, 50, 60-hour game. And when you're finished with it, that's like eating a big meal. You don't really want to go back and start eating again. You want to have some time. I can see us finishing Call of the Mountain.
And playing it right, like, oh, I finished it. Tomorrow I'm going to play this game again.
One of the really neat things that I like about this game, and I think a lot of VR games do this well, is that they sprinkle throughout the levels just little VR quirks. Like, you'll stumble across a place where you can paint wall murals. They'll give you buckets of paint and you can start painting with the VR hands. Or there's musical instruments that you can pick up and you can play the xylophone. There's a really cool rock
building where there's a certain height on 2 poles and you have to stack the rocks higher than that in order to complete the rock mountain.
Yeah, they give you a bunch of weird shaped rocks to stack up and see how high you can build a tower.
Cause it's to mark how high you climbed. Like, this is where I started, and I climbed this high, I have to stack this high.
You have to place them very delicately, very precisely. It's a really cool feature that makes good use of how much better the controllers are on this new VR headset. As opposed to the old ones, the Sense controllers, outstanding. What do you think of the main parts of this game, the climbing and the combat?
I like the climbing more because the combat is very hard. First of all, it's very hard, and it's hard to aim because it seems like the guys are much bigger, but they have more power. Like, they're a bigger target, but they have smaller weak points, and you have to hit those weak points exactly in order to damage them.
It's a big difference fighting the robots in this game than the traditional Horizon games because you're standing there in the ground and these are big robot dinosaurs, so the scale...
Like the Watchers are like as tall as you.
The scale is immense. Yeah, the Watchers, which are kind
they're
of like
bigger than you. And then in the normal Horizon game, they're like half of you.
They feel smaller. But they've got that real world scale, and so everything in this game kind of feels bigger and a little bit scarier and a little bit stronger. What about the climbing?
The climbing is cool, scary, and fun. You actually climb and you can look down and you can see how high you are, and you can look up where you're climbing. And it's like they painted the spots where you have to grip on, and you use
it's like
the
real
trigger.
rock climbing, yeah.
Yeah, you use the trigger and you grab the places where it painted.
Yeah, so if you like games like The Climb for, I believe it's the Oculus that has this game. Climbing is the most of this game, and it's really fun and exhilarating, and you get a real rush when you're way up high and you look down and it's like, oh poop, if I fall I'm gonna splat like a watermelon. This game, we're gonna have a full review of it later in like a week, but this game is really good.
Just look at that view. The summit. Where's Orid?